Let's talk about this superstition for Friday the 13th. And in honor of today, Friday the 13th, which is an honoring, a celebration, and a worship of the divine feminine, the very word superstition means a belief that is rooted in fear of the unknown. Well, guess what? The realm of the divine feminine is the realm of the unknown. It is also the realm called your body, hence the name of my book, Somatophobia, fear of the body. Because this realm of the feminine is unknown. It evokes a deep fear, a fear of what do I do in this realm? For example, in your body, when you drop into your body, what do you do when you meet all of those stored emotions, traumas, wounds, fears, not just yours, but those of your ancestors, those of the collective? It's a scary place to drop fully into the body and to feel everything that is stored in the body simply because we never received a sacred rite of passage, empowering us to remember how to heal all of those stuck energies that are stored in the body. And this is really what gives rise to the fear of the unknown, because when we step out of our comfort zone, which is the known realm, we step into the unknown. And there's no manual on what to do when you step into the unknown. And that is why it is so scary. So looking at this fear of the divine feminine, fear of the unknown, the ego's fear to step beyond the comfort zone, it all comes back to all of the cliche sayings, all of the programming, and all of the beliefs that we have given our power to, that you have to see it to believe it. Well, if science doesn't prove it, then it's not real, it can't exist. And the divine feminine says, science cannot prove the realm of the unknown. And whether or not you have heard of the observer's effect in quantum physics, let's break this down a little bit, because it basically states that reality is created based on your observation. So if you are the observer of your reality, what comes first? Your thought, your perception, or your experienced reality? So when we are dependent on science to prove or validate that something is real, something is beneficial, something is fill in the blank, something that we need science to prove for us, what we are doing is we are giving our power to the eye of the beholder who is observing that scientific study. And let's not even go down the pathway of all of the scientific studies that are funded by those who perpetrate this fear of the divine feminine. Big pharma, the list goes on and on. But when we look at that, if a scientist is limited and has tunnel vision, then how will the experiment prove something that does not fit within the scientist's tunnel vision? So even science is a limitation, and the divine feminine realm is infinite. Science has yet to be able to prove the infiniteness of this realm. So allow me to share with you a few stories, personal stories of mine, that have shattered my fear of the unknown, as well as my beliefs and deep-seated programming that I inherited from my highly religious lineages, that you have to see it to believe it, and if you don't see it, then it's not real. So I'll begin by sharing this magical story. Last year, I was offering somatic medicine ceremonies, both private and a group, and my husband and I were staying in a little cabin. And on the second day in the morning, I opened the screen door and it had one of those screen mesh nets with Velcro down the center to keep mosquitoes out. I'm walking through the mosquito net and I hear this ding as something fell to the ground. And I look up and it's just a roof over the patio area. There is nothing that could have fallen from the roof. I look down and what do I find? I find one of these beautiful blue crystal balls. And immediately I'm like, wow, this looks like my blue obsidian crystal that I have that's about this big. So this is a little miniature one. And I'm investigating it and I'm looking around and I'm trying to figure out where it came from. And it just has completely baffled me. So I let go. And throughout the days, I'm like, how did this occur? I'm trying to figure it out and blah, blah, blah. Except I know that it came from a higher realm, a realm that is unseen, that cannot be proven with my physical eyes. A few days later, guess what? Another one. Same scenario. I walk out of the cabin, come through the screen doors, ding! It falls on the wood floor, bounces a few times. And immediately I knew that these blue crystals were gifts from elemental spirits. And I began talking with them. I left food offerings, sacred offerings outside for them. And I asked, I'm like, okay, I have a few more days here of ceremonies. These are absolutely beautiful and magical, and I had already discovered that they're the perfect size to fit in my ears. They're the perfect size to fit into my belly button during my practice. So I have a little conversation with them. I'm like, okay, spirits, I am not being greedy. And if I am, you do not have to gift. However, I have one more request. Would you be so kind to leave me a third one? Because I really want this necklace and I would love for the eye to be this beautiful blue crystal ball. Sure enough, the final day, ceremonies were over. I had let go, I detached. I did not have any attachments or expectations to receive the third one. We were packing up the cabin, loading up the truck, and I went back to the cabin one final time just to do a quick walk through to make sure that we weren't forgetting anything. And as I'm locking up, guess what? I heard another ding as it landed on the floor, and right then and there, dropped to my knees, bowed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am going to go home and make this necklace because you have gifted me with this third one that I so gratefully asked for, that you did not have to gift to me, yet you heard me and you gifted it to me. And it was just, when you have experiences like that, it shocks you out of believing what is possible and catapults you into the realm of the impossible. But if there is a fear there blocking you from making that jump from the world of the possible or the impossible to the world of the possible, then you're never going to be able to receive these kinds of experiences because that fear is going to be blocking you. Now, another quick story about what is possible that's not related to me. My husband and I guided a soul sister, her husband and her son, in a beautiful ritualistic ceremony on her land in Costa Rica. And we had shared this story about these beautiful blue crystals that magically showed up. And she was in awe. Wow, this is incredible. Kid you not. I get a message from her later that day. When they went back to their condo, what did she find on the couch? And this condo was one that she was renting on Airbnb. She found a little blue crystal ball just like this, waiting for her on the couch, showing her that just by hearing that the impossible can be possible, shifted her into believing that the impossible can be possible, and she created that as a reality. So I will invite you to question everything that you have given your power to. Every belief, every program, every fear, every cliche saying, such as you gotta see it to believe it. Because what if this realm of the unknown, this world of possibilities, is only limited by you and what you've given your power to. Be it fear, be it belief systems, be it programs, be it things that you've heard in passing that you didn't really pay attention to or were aware of, that you gave your power to unconsciously, that is acting as a block to you receiving the impossibilities that are actually possible. From my womb, heart, and soul, thank you for being on this journey with me. I love you. Here at the beach, I am going to go have an absolutely impossibly possible magical day, because that is what I'm creating. I'll see you soon.